He is one of the most accurate forecasters on Oracle stock, and we're glad to have him. We call him a Bloomberg Best. Joel, what do you think, first of all, your reaction here to the numbers?
First glance, I think you're going to see somewhat of a relief rally. Going into the earnings tonight, there was a lot of negative sentiment because of their exposure to Europe, their exposure to the hardware business, and also just the macro environment. And the fact is, while they've beaten expectations handily in the past, coming in line is going to be good enough to get the stock going in the right direction. So we're pleased with the first glance at these numbers.
Joel, what about the hardware side of the business? Are you pleased with, even though the number came in a little bit short, are you pleased by the fact that they're migrating more to the higher margin items on that side? Is there anything they should be doing differently?
Well, I'm very pleased with the number, and I think that the Street's myopically focused at the hardware number, and I think that that's a mistake. And the reason why is Sun managed that business for revenue growth, and Oracle's managing that business for profitability and profit growth. And as you noted in your remarks, they took the gross margins of that business from 48% to 54%. Somewhere where Sun never saw gross margins at that level. So to me, profitability, contribution margin, very, very important. And it showed up, frankly, in their operating cash flow number of $5.4 billion. They're generating $5.4 billion in operating cash flow, which is a very good number, what the Street is really going to like. So.
Hey, Joel, you talk about the macro story as a down arrow heading into this report. When are we going to see the up story that everybody has been waiting for? I mean, tech was the darling of Wall Street for a while, but it just didn't happen. This cycle hasn't shifted back into replenishment.
I think what you're going to see is you're going to see a bifurcated market. I think the hardware guys are going to continue to struggle. We're seeing it in Oracle's numbers. We've seen it in some of the other tech companies. I think the software guys are going to do extremely well. I think that people can use commodity hardware now, and they're going to be using applications, more sophisticated databases, and more sophisticated data management solutions. And I think you're going to see that coming forward. And I think it's going to show up in Q3 numbers. I think the macro environment, the malaise is a little bit overblown. And I think you're going to see good numbers out of the software companies this quarter.
Hey, Joel, just quickly here, I'm curious what you're looking for on the call today. Are you looking for Larry Ellison to perhaps offer some of that, the reassuring words like you're talking about?
I think you're going to see a couple things. I'm looking for, number one, there to be some relief that the world isn't falling apart from a spending, IT spending perspective. I think you'll get that. I think you're going to hear about some of the new higher end Spark products that are coming out, the higher end hardware, software products that are coming out. Oracle's going into their Oracle World in a couple of weeks, which is their very large user and analyst conference. I think you're going to hear a preview of that. And most importantly, investors are going to be focused around guidance and where the guidance is. And I think guidance is going to come in line to slightly better than in line. And I think that's going to be enough to propel the stock higher from here.
Hey, Joel, thanks so much for joining us. Joel Fishbein there from Lazard talking to Oracle.